outside as Osborne balls. It's Redzel clear. Redzel, 50 metres to go. Looking to conquer the Everest again. And boy, he's done it. Redzel leads all the way from Trapeze Artist.
Hello and welcome to this Thursday night edition of Ackerman Racing. We head into what is going to be, it sounds like a pretty wet weekend, Tom. It's a big weekend of racing. I just hope that the rains don't have too much of an effect on the weekend's racing. So we've got tomorrow night, mate, we're at the Sunshine Coast. There's Canterbury in the Valley. And there's also Saturday with some good racing. We'll get into that racing shortly now. Bit of a recap from Wednesday. We got the one winner, Tom, Champagne Boom. A little bit unlucky there in the Magic Millions. Did miss the kick there.
Yeah, jumped out and the favourite kind of come across and ended up cutting her off. So lost about a length or two. She just ended up chasing, but the favourite was pretty dominant in that race. So not sure about what the outcome would have been. So yeah, it's pretty disappointing. A bit unlucky the last few times for me lately. So
yeah, having a bit of bad luck, but look, always hard to assess these 2-year-olds, and you know, the money did come for that favourite. Gay Waterhouse led from Go to Woe, was out of trouble, and it was all over pretty much once it got the front.
pretty sure she's $6 favourite for the Millions now. So
if she can do the same, or if he can do the same, it'll be pretty hard to beat in that Magic Millions. We're very competitive anyway. We got the winner of Bow Desert there with he can split, winning well. Come in a little bit in the market there with a few scratchings, but you could have got $2.40 on the total bet. He can split. Was very convincing there at Bow Desert. So that's a bit of a recap there on Wednesday. So we'll focus on tomorrow. Now, hopefully, of course, we did mention they are racing out here tomorrow night. Just hope that rain stays away. You know, we're expected to get 150 mil in a few days there. I know Melbourne's been copping a battering of lately with some flash flooding down there as well. But it's not a bad little meeting there tomorrow night, and there are some nice hopes. We've had a bit of a look there. So we'll focus on there first, the Sunny Coast now. 7-race card. It'll all come down to how much rain we've had. I've made my best bet of the night there in the last, a horse called Red Dalton. A bit unsure of the number. It's about $2.90 at the moment. Race 7, Red Dalton has been unlucky its last few. Ran on out here when we had the Saturday meeting on James's race day, and was that? I reckon it was 50 to 1 plus that day, and was very, very unlucky. And then went around at Doomben last start and was unlucky again. I think it was back and wide and hit the line well. Big drop in class tomorrow night. You'll have to hold out till race 7 there, and we'll see if we can get the $2.90. There may be some scratchings with the wet track. Red Dalton, I'm pretty sure can handle it. But look, prefer to be on top of the ground. But anyways, we'll see what happens. $2.90 currently, Red Dalton tomorrow night for the Nat McCall yard.
it is currently nominated for Saturday race as well. I think either in the Zoo Style and Outback Barbie's race, I think.
Yeah, look, depending on how much rain they get, I'd be wanting to run tomorrow night. I think by the time they race in Doomben on Saturday, she's going to be pretty wet. So I like Red Dalton there tomorrow night. We'll also look at Canterbury race 3, a horse by the name of Welsh Legend, Chris Waller, trained horse. Good win last start over the 1550 at Canterbury, and gets that same track and distance tomorrow night. Gets him well there with a 54 on the minimum, and Tommy Berry to do the riding. If it's positive out of the barriers, can balance up forward there and be very, very hard to beat. Good each way odds at $6. So my 100 tomorrow will be $60 on Red Dalton to win, and $40 on Welsh Legend to win tomorrow night. So that's how I'm spending my 100 on the Friday night. We'll go over to you, Tom, for your Friday night picks, and then we'll focus on Saturday.
Yeah, I'll start off pretty early at the Sunshine Coast. Race 2, we've got a black booker from a few weeks ago, the 12 in Kiriana. She's company 390. She was first start last start over 1400. She got back last. That was a leader's bias night as well, pretty heavy. And she flew. She only just missed it.
She form's questionable, but gee, she's not meeting much tougher tomorrow.
No, it's another maiden, so she should get no top of these. Gets another 200. She's out of high apparel, so I'm hoping if it does rain, I think she'll handle the wet. The fitness will be the query there, if anything.
Well, she'll get first crack at it anyway because they're in the first race. So
yeah, exactly. So race 2, number 12, Kiriana at 390. I'm going to have my 100 to win straight on her.
All
Barrier
right.
3 with Guerin to ride again.
Guerin to ride. Yep. Across to Saturday for yours.
Yeah, Saturday I got one at Flemington. Race 6, number 9, Declares War. This horse was looked down and out at the Valley last start and actually flew home and then got the leader. I'm pretty sure it was money back. That was pretty impressive considering that was another leader's night there as well. Barrier 3 there, Mark Zara on board. I'm going to have my $50 to win on him. Pretty sure it's $3.50. Gets to Flemington, another 200 metres. Can't see that being an issue. Flemington track, that just aids the back markers, gives them every chance. Not quite sure how much rain they've got Flemington at the moment. I think I was reading before, Mark Zara said it should be fine.
Yeah, I think more of probably got more rain in the country there at the moment, but keep an eye on these wet tracks over the weekend.
Yeah, also one at Doomben, race 3, number 3, Bluebrook, currently second up. Last up was first up, over 1200, and it was carried, pretty sure it was 56 kilos, and it flew home as well, got back. Can't recall the winner of that race. That was up in grade, so this is actually down in grade into a class 3. And he came 59, barrier 4, can handle the wet, so I don't find that an issue. Gets out to 1400. I'm pretty sure this horse can just fly home and should be very much in it with the last 100 metres to go. I got my 50 to win on that as well. I'm pretty sure I have to check the odds, and roughly that's about another $354 as well. That's it, that's all I've got.
That's been it for Saturday, so you've got the 2 horses, sorry, 1 horse on the Friday, 2 horses on the Saturday. And we don't want to confuse you too much with the Friday and Saturday betting, but we feel though as though it's better to get these up, so you can possibly get some early odds about them. So yeah, we will put these up on our page as well, just to take away a bit of the confusion, and we'll note those down so makes a bit more sense.
Yeah.
So there are your Friday and Saturdays. I'll go across to my Saturday. I'm going to Doomben race 1 and a horse called Constantine. Tipped this horse last start at the coast, was very, very good with a big weight there. Ended up going back, and all the money was for the winner. They backed it into $1.90, I think it was. It led from go to way, but gee, my horse was quite impressive in running second. Ran second, did it? Yeah, it did run second, Constantine, yeah. I was sort of thinking second or third there, but it did run second. He come from last there with Duplessis on board. They weren't making a lot of ground that day, so I think there was a lot of merit in the run. Did carry top weight, and I think the winner ended up giving it, gave the winner 4.5 kilos in the end, so good effort with the weight. Gets to that track on Saturday there at Doomben. Wet track won't bother Constantine. Chris Muntz, Duplessis on board again. Currently the odds are $4.40, so I will be going that horse 50 to win on Constantine. And then go across to Sydney. Race number 2, a horse called Mr. Songman. Ex-Tasmanian runner, has had the 1 run for Gay Waterhouse, and he's second up on the weekend. I don't think Sydney's in for too much rain. There's a little bit there, but I don't think it should be affected too much. Either way, this horse is a Tasmanian horse. Can adapt to the conditions if it does rain. Currently the odds are $4.60. Adam Hieronymus to do the riding there for Gay Waterhouse. Was a good effort last start. Very brave effort first up. I expect this horse to be pretty hard to beat on the weekend. I'm pretty confident in my 2 tips there on Saturday. Just depending on the track conditions and how much rain we get also, but I'm pretty confident about those ones. So 50 on both. And yeah, so 2 horses for Friday night, 2 horses for Saturday. Currently looks like a pretty good weekend, Tom. I just hope this rain holds off, because obviously you've got the English Nursery in Sydney on Saturday. You've also got the Villiers, and then Brisbane you've got the 2 big 2-year-old races, and you've also got the older horses. I think later in the day, the last race where you've got Velocity. Velocity. That horse just escapes my name. The Jenny Graham trained horse won the country championships. Victorium going around there in the last. Been a bit unsuited lately by pace in the races. I'm a Ripper again, should lead that field up, but I expect Victorium to be pretty hard to beat in that race. Another one that'll be much suited.
Back as well.
Yeah, a lot of these horses are going to be suited when Eagle Farm gets back up and running. This Doomben track just not suiting them. It's very on-paced, leaderish track, and it's just making it hard for these backmarkers to get in there, especially when you've got lightning fast tracks. Very, very hard to make ground there at Doomben, as any track, but especially Doomben. So a big weekend, followers there. Now also we've received news yesterday that our horse Dakana is coming back into the stable, probably early next week, depending on whether a box becomes available. So that's all kicking off for her now. Very exciting. She's done well at Aquas Farm, and we look forward to Dakana starting off her preparation. We're hoping to see her when we head down to the Magic Millions in a few weeks' time now. And also off her rocker had a bit of a gallop at down in Euroa,
Lindsay Park.
So she looks like she's come along well also. So she's not too far off, and is a number one of 105 acceptors for David Hayes for the Blue Diamond. Pretty exciting times there for off her rocker.
Got to be in it to win it. So.
Yeah, I'm sensing some big coin coming our way in the future with these horses we've got, because
hopefully they both stay healthy this prep, and they can both hit the track at about the same time. So
yeah, well, the way Michael Costa's training at the moment, if he can't get Dakana to go any good, well, no one will. So we're hoping. Also, a special mention to Uncle Greg Ryan, currently nearly on a 24% strike rate. He is killing it lately. Rides tomorrow at Scone. I've got the day off tomorrow, so I might. I better not back him. He'll start losing. But I'll keep an eye on him. He's riding great guns. I think 68 winners so far for the season. And for a 50-odd-year-old, geez, he's in peak form.
Yeah, definitely.
Riding very well. So all's well in the racing terms. We've just got to tip some more winners. Yeah. Pretty light on there, but look, this weekend I'm pretty confident. Hopefully the wet weather doesn't ruin things. But other than that, pretty exciting, Tom.
Yeah, no, very confident this weekend. Just got to watch that cyclone coming down. I think the wind, if anything, will probably be the worst of it. You don't want to get too big of a blow up. But yeah, pretty confident. Looks to be a good weekend.
All right, we'll see how we go. May put another video up for Sunday, just weather depending there, and also depending on what's running around. We'll have a view of those fields over the maybe tonight and tomorrow, and just see how that's looking. But big watch on the weather, people, and maybe just gamble responsibly. Thank you.
Good luck.